Google Forms answer key code. For students in a classroom, finding the answer key to a question is quite common. They simply go online or print out the link that appears after selecting how many questions they want to answer. Now, all of your students can have easy access to textbooks and studies with this great new digital resource. What exactly is an answer key? Answer keys are often referred to as lab report answers, test answer keys, or quiz answer keys. They are used in a variety of situations, such as grading homework and tests, collecting data from participants, and more. There are a few different ways to create an answer key. Why use a key code instead of something physical? There are a few reasons why you might choose to use a key code instead of something physical to keep track of form data. First and foremost, digital keys protect your data from unintentional changes. If someone knows the code, they can fill out the form without revealing their identity. This can be important in cases where your data is accessed by external parties or when you need to remotely manage submissions. Additionally, digital forms also tend to be faster and easier to handle than paper forms. Allowing users to submit data quickly and easily through a web interface takes less time and effort than having them type it out on paper. Finally, using a key code prevents people from accidentally sharing or copying your form data. This is especially important if you are relying on third-party services for data entry. When deciding which type of code to use, it's important to account for your specific needs. For example, if you have a limited number of passwords that need to be stored securely, you might choose a code that's easy for users to remember. On the other hand, if you regularly receive submissions from large groups of people, you might want to choose a more secure code that's difficult for unauthorized individuals to guess. Examples of ways that an answer key can be used. Answer keys can be used in a variety of ways to help students learn and remember information. Here are 3 examples. 1. As a teaching tool. Answer keys can be used to help students review information they have learned. They can also be used to quiz students on what they have learned. 2. As a way to track student progress. Answer keys can be created and stored in a database or spreadsheet so that students can see how well they are progressing and whether they have understood the material. 3. As a way to reinforce learning. Answer keys can be given out as prizes after students have completed the task, and then the winners can be retrieved and reviewed for mastery of the content. Pros and cons of an answer key. While answer key codes can be helpful in tracking student responses to surveys, they also have a few cons that parents should be aware of. For one, answer key codes can increase the workload for teachers and administrators. Enforcing usage of answer key codes can become a time-consuming task. Additionally, answer key codes can discriminate against students who are not able to access the internet or devices necessary to create an answer key. Lastly, because answer key codes do not allow for feedback from students, it can be difficult to improve student outcomes based on survey results. Creating your own answer key. Google Forms is an online form builder that allows users to create surveys, questionnaires and polls. Answer key can be easily generated by copying the code from a completed form. The answer key can be exported to a text file for use in the reporting process or shared with stakeholders. Additionally, answer key can be used to verify responses. Tools, such as Google Sheets, can be used to analyze data and generate reports. There are several steps that need to be taken in order to create an effective answer key. First, it is important to identify the critical questions that should be answered by participants. Second, create questions that are relevant and interesting to participants. Third, design the survey so that it is easy for participants to answer. Fourth, track responses and document any discrepancies between responses and the answer key. Finally, release the answer key to participants and use the data collected to improve your product or follow up with stakeholders. Conclusion. Answer key code. When using Google Forms to gather data, you will want to make sure that you have an answer key in place so that you can track users' responses. This is especially important if you are asking for feedback or are collecting data for a survey. The code for creating an answer key is provided below. To create an answer key for a Google form, open the form in your browser and click on the Form Settings tab. Under the Form Settings tab, under Overall Options, click on the Answer Key option. In the Answer Key pane, enter the code below. Be sure to save your answer key. Formatted text here